Jay here for Stretford Paddock. That's Joe Smith. This is Paddock Live. We are live with all the latest Manchester United stories. So make sure you're getting involved in the chat and the comments. We're going to be talking about potential new deals. Yeah.
3 potential new deals and some important ones as well.
Yeah.
Captain, former captain, future captain.
Love that. Nicely done. Yeah. So we're getting into all that. Also, there's going to be a TV show based on Manchester United.
Is it one of those Drive to Survive, all or nothing type things where they get the camera in the dressing room?
Yeah, no, it's not. Because that would be, I mean, that would have been biblical if they'd done that over the last year or so, wouldn't it? Just absolute shambolic. But it's going to be like The Crown, but about United.
Nice.
So it's going to be a dramatisation of United's history. We're going to get into all that, and we're going to be talking about which actors could play certain people from United's history. Also, we'll be talking about other things as well, such as transfers. Could United be in for a midfielder? There's all this nonsense in there about United could be in for a mystery midfielder.
Oh, we need to talk about that in a bit.
Like,
we need to talk about
that. What?
Absolute rubbish.
I know, so we'll get into all that as well.
Yeah.
So make sure you're hitting like, share and subscribe and getting involved in the comments. Loads of people already in the chat. Good to see you all. Akash K, Gary Gill Keeper, Ross Murphy's in there. He does our moderator. Thank you. I forgot the word then. Moderating for us. Steve Zemmer's in there as well. Right, let's get into it. What's the first story?
What we got? I can't believe he's not signed one.
Fantastic. Keeping up the theme of corn on the Kobbie, butter me up.
Okay.
So he's gone with the butter theme here.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, you look a little bit underwhelmed.
So obviously this is a pun on I can't believe it's not butter.
Yeah.
But signed one couldn't sound less like butter if it tried.
No, but so if you know.
I like the theme, but I wish the execution was slightly better.
It's kind of just the beauty of how simple it is.
Have we got,
the beauty of how simple it is. Okay, yeah. Okay.
I still can't get over what you thought I thought was a story before, to be honest with you.
Well, we'll get to that in a bit. Right, let's get into this then. Kobbie has a point to prove to someone still at Manchester United. This is according to the MEN. Although some performance bonuses have been triggered, Mainoo remains on the deal he signed in February 2023 when he was 17. I reckon there have been reports on there that he's on anywhere from like 6 grand to 40 grand. I think the figure you see most often is about 20 grand, but I would guess it must be more than that by now, even if it is just performance-related stuff. You think by the fact that he's played, 50 games for United, surely he's ticked into another bracket, even on that.
I don't know if it's still the case, but
we'll see.
Players used to get the wages doubled if they got a cap, if they became an international whilst they were at the club. I don't know if that is still the case, and if anyone knows, you can let me know. Yeah. So maybe his wages went up when he started playing for England, the first team in England, obviously not the academy or the under-9s or 21s, whatever. So I don't know. But he's obviously on a lot less than his other teammates.
Yes.
We know that. There was talk of him signing a deal about a year ago. But then obviously when Ruben Amorim came in, everything went quiet because Ruben Amorim didn't fancy him. And it seemed insane to give him a new deal or for him to sign a new deal when he wasn't even starting. So
there's a good line in this though. So let me just go through the rest of it. So it doesn't reflect the status he believes he now holds, and if he does emerge from the second half of the season as a first-choice midfielder, that will again need revisiting. That deal expires at the end of next season, and although United have an option to extend it by 12 months, so let's be honest, we don't need to get too giddy right now. It will go down as a failure if that is required. Here's the key bit. New and improved terms should be sorted by this summer. Good.
It makes sense, this. I think this is a good move for everyone because... obviously, a lot depends what happens with Mainoo between now and the end of the season. He's only started 1 Premier League game. He's done very well in it. But if things went south for whatever reason, I don't think they would. You know I love Kobbie Mainoo and I rate him, and I think if he plays, he'll do well.
Yeah.
But for whatever, if let's say there was any issue or an injury or whatever, then he didn't end up getting offered a new deal. But if he carries on from where he's left off or where he's picked up against Manchester City, and he has a very, very good season or the rest of the season, gets a deal at the end of it, I think that's good for everyone because it's sort of good PR for the club. It's like, look, we've stuck with him, he's got a deal, he's here long term, we believe in him. It's good for him. Obviously, he's committing his future to Manchester United. Yeah. It's good for whoever the manager is, whether that's Michael Carrick or his successor, because I think Kobbie Mainoo is a very good player. And I think you can still buy midfielders, which I think we need to do, and keep him in the team. And I think that would work. So, yeah, I think it's a sort of a positive, it could be a positive end to the season or beginning of next season, however way you look at it, if he signs a new deal. Because, look, it kind of saddened me a little bit, the whole Mainoo discourse, where it almost got to the point where it was like Amorim versus Mainoo amongst the fan base. We saw a lot of that. If you were backing Amorim, you were against Mainoo. It doesn't have to be like you were. You backed them both, which is the right thing to do. But it became a little bit aggy, didn't it? Yeah. So obviously Mainoo's here. I want him to sign a new deal, and I want to see more of him in the first team and more of the performances we saw against City. I thought it was fantastic.
The performances are the key thing for me. He's still got 2.5 years left on this deal.
Yeah.
I'm not particularly worried. If we want him to, stay, play him. And I think by playing him, he will sign a new deal. I think it all comes back to him getting game time, him being valued. And as I always said with Amorim, I don't think he has to play every single week of every single game between now and retiring at the age of 40 to feel valued. But it wasn't entirely obvious how he was going to get into the first team with a two-man midfield. All of a sudden now, you're back to 3 like most teams play, and it's pretty clear straight away. Him next to a Baleba or a Casemiro or an Anderson or a Wharton with a Bruno type or Bruno in front of him, that's a solid, functional, well-rounded midfield. So it makes a lot more sense already, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And also, the fact this season we didn't have Europe, and the fact we went out early in the Carabao and I know Amorim was gone by the time we got to the FA Cup, that hampered it as well, didn't it? Because there was that one game a week. Yeah. There's been a lot of talk about Nicky Butt this week because of his comments about Martinez, but Nicky Butt's a good example of a player that a lot of the time wasn't always, if everyone was fit, starting for United.
No.
Yet played hundreds of games for United.
But you look at his numbers, because I did this the other day, because I was talking about these guys being legends, talking about, and obviously I said Scholes, no question, legend in everyone's eyes. But I can see it either way. But was part of a legendary team, and you look, he played no less than 35 games per season between, I think it's like 97 and 2003. Yeah. It's like 5-6 seasons in a row where he plays 35, 37, 45, 42, 35, 40. Like you said, never the first name on the team sheet. And if everyone's fit, probably doesn't start. But he's an absolutely vital part of that squad through a hugely successful time. So you don't always have to be the best player in the world to play a lot.
There was a World Cup where he was like one of England's best players, wasn't there? He got himself into the World Cup team.
Was that 98?
No, it was
2002.
It might even 2002. I think it's 2002.
Yeah.
Where he got himself into the England team and was one of the best players, and that was off the back of him getting more, obviously playing more regular for United. But there's times when you say you think of that sort of the '99 team, Scholes and Keane were your main midfielders, and Butt came in. He obviously came in the final when they were both suspended, did a decent job. So yeah, you can have can be in and out of the team. My point is. And still be a huge part of United if we've got enough games. Yeah. The issue is if you've got one game a week and you've got a two-man midfield, and one of those midfielders is Bruno Fernandes, and the other one's a guy that's won 5 Champions League and who is having a bit of a rejuvenation, you want to hide it to nothing, aren't you?
Tough.
So I think it was just the imperfect storm for Kobbie, but we move on. Steve M says, Bruno has a £60 million release clause for non-English clubs, which is crazy. For the best player in the league, we need to get rid of that clause ASAP.
Well, let's move on to Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, let's talk about Bruno.
Decide captain before America. Captain America.
Before the World Cup, yeah?
Before the World Cup?
Yeah.
Yep. Do you like it?
Yeah, it's good. Do you like it?
I don't dislike it. No. I don't love it, to be fair.
Yeah, when you say...
When
you say I don't dislike it, that makes me feel like you do a bit.
No, I don't dislike it. I like it. It sort of reads like an actual headline.
Yeah.
Which I quite like. It's nice and concise.
Who came up with this one?
It genuinely was a mix.
Oh, fuck off! It was a mix. Well, that's such nonsense. So what did Harry say? Come up with before, and then you came up with decide.
I just thought it's got to be Captain America related. I said we need something before America.
Right.
And then he was like, something with Captain in it. And I was like, boom.
You know what? I've done you there. Let's read it. Man United want Bruno Fernandes to stay. Now, this is interesting for a lot of reasons. We'll get into all that afterwards, but here's the story. Pre-World Cup talks. Manchester United are planning talks with captain Bruno Fernandes about his future ahead of the World Cup, with club bosses poised to tell the midfielder they want to keep him at Old Trafford for at least one more year, sources have told ESPN. Now, this is Rob Dawson, friend of the channel. United will let the 31-year-old decide his next step. Fernandes is under contract till 2027 with the option of an extra year, which would potentially keep him at the club until June 2028. United, according to sources, will ask for an indication before the World Cup from Fernandes and his representatives about where he sees his future. This is a bit of a change to last season, where it almost felt, and he seemingly felt, because he's done an interview saying so, the club were quite willing to let him leave should he have chosen to. This is the first time in, the last time he signed a contract, so a number of years, where it's the club want him to stay and hope he does so. What do you make of that slight sort of change of wording and sort of mindset from the club?
I think it's good that the club are making it clear they want him to stay.
Yeah.
Make him feel loved, make him feel wanted, Give him a deal. You know my thoughts on Bruno. I think potentially he could play at United for another 3 or 4 years. I do. I think he could be here till his mid-30s. We've seen other players of Bruno's calibre do that.
Yeah.
And I do put him in that same bracket as some of the greatest players I've seen at United. I think he's phenomenal. I think he's on course. He's like 4 goals away from having over 100 goals and 100 assists for United.
Amazing.
And he'll have done it in 300 games or something, or 310 games or something.
It's ridiculous.
Which is just, when you consider the other players that have done that have usually been in a team that's absolutely amazing, like Rooney and Giggs, I think, are the other 2 that have done it. Bruno's been in a team that's been kicking around 6th, 7th, 15th, and has carried that team at times. You know, you look at when he first came in and we went on that mad run where we went from sort of being well out of the top 4 to finishing 3rd. The following season 2nd. He was such a big part of both those campaigns. I love him. I think he's, epitomises what United should be about. He's always up for it, gives his all, fights for everything, and has that quality. And off the pitch, he seems to be someone who does the right things, has offered when the cuts came in and staff were getting, trips to Wembley cut and all that, he offered to pay for it. Went and met people that had been made redundant and took them out for dinner and stuff. Just seems like a captain sort of person, even though a lot of people say he isn't. I disagree with that. So look, I'd love to see Bruno Fernandes stay as long as possible, to be honest with you. And I've never ever bought into this idea that if we get a really good offer for him, we'll be better off selling him and buying other players. Because I think we could have got 90 million for Bruno Fernandes and bought another Joshua Zirkzee and Manuel Ugarte. Yeah, we could have, because that came on Ineos's watch. And what makes you think that couldn't happen again? And you could have basically just wasted the Bruno Fernandes money. I'm not, you could argue, well, we could have got another, I don't know, fucking Mbumo and...
Hard to think of good signing.
Yeah, Mazraoui and, I was going to say Delit, but then I think he's injured a lot. So, we could have got a good player. I get that, longer term. But we might not have. And you know what you're getting with Bruno. And that's a superb player who plays almost every game. He was injured the other week, and it was like the first time he's been injured, or I think the second time he's been injured since he's been here. Yeah. That's unreal, that. I've never even seen anything like it. So, get him side down, keep him at the club. I love him, and I think anyone who doesn't is just fucking wrong.
Yeah, I think you're just looking for it. I think if you think Bruno Fernandes is overrated or crap or the whinging, there's this, that, and the other, I think you're just forcing it, personally.
I think there is that.
Like, especially now De Bruyne has left the Premier League, and I think those two were on the same level. Maybe, again, De Bruyne being in such a better team elevates his legendary status a bit more because you see him lifting those trophies and all that sort of thing. But now De Bruyne's left, he's without question the best attacking midfielder in the league by an absolute million miles. No. He plays in a role that doesn't really exist that much anymore. A lot of players and teams don't play with players like Bruno because typically it's almost impossible, as we saw with sort of Juan Mata as he came to United and got a little bit older. Attacking midfielders, number 10s used to be cute, dainty, or a little bit chubby, less athletic players, not sort of big and strong enough to be a striker, not hard working enough to be a midfielder, but genius feet. Not quick enough to be wingers. You put him there. Bruno works hard enough to be a midfielder, is as good a finisher, he ain't got the position to be a striker, but scores goals like a striker does, and can get up and down constantly, and he still has beautiful feet, is creative as anyone you'll ever see, literally the most creative player in the league since he arrived, and that's not just because he's been here longer. Season by season, he tops the list as well. Like, he's a world-class player, he's a United legend, and for me, what is he, 31? The idea of him leaving in 18 months, or realistically, it probably would be this season because, you want to get maximum value, is madness. Especially, we'd looked at Mainoo before, now we're back to a 3 in midfield. Whoever we bring in next probably will play a 3 in midfield as well if, we spent so much time convincing Ruben Amorim not to play a 5 at the back. There's no one in his position in the world who's better than him. No. Why would you swap him for anyone else? No. There's just no reason to.
No, I couldn't agree more with all that, Joe. Well said. Jordan Amo says, he's been a member of the Academy 58 months. Thank you for your support.
Brilliant, thank you.
Says, I don't get the hate towards Bruno's apparent attitude, but then Bernardo Silva, who's probably the biggest rat in the league, gets nothing said about him. I think some of it, I think Silva gets a bit of grief, but not as much as Bruno. I think some of it just happens with success. When you win trophies, you kind of get a pass for a lot of things.
Do what you want.
And I think with Bernardo Silva, even though he is a bit of a rat and he's annoying and he's just a bit of a dickhead, because he wins a lot and wins a lot of trophies and City have been very successful, he kind of gets excused. And because Bruno's not been part of a very successful United team, I know we've won trophies, but we haven't won league titles and Champions Leagues, then it gets highlighted more and it gets questioned more, and then people start going, well, is that part of the problem at United? And I think the opposite is true. He's one of the few players that isn't a problem at United.
Alongside Bernardo Silva, for me, Jack Grealish is the perfect example of this.
Yeah.
City spent 100 million on him, more than United have ever spent on a player, by 10 million or more.
Yeah, by quite a bit.
And he had one half-decent season, which wasn't no other player could have done what he did. It wasn't Ronaldinho in 2004.
No.
He was pretty good in the year they won the treble, and then was pissed for 12 months and left. And he's still, what is he, on the books on loan at Everton?
Yeah.
Like, overall, nowhere near worth 100 million quid.
No.
But how much less stick did he get than Pogba, Maguire, Anthony, whatever? Because he had and was there for a massively successful season and a massively successful team. But that was an utterly failed transfer. They didn't get 100 million quid's worth out of him.
No.
But when you just say, well, we won't change anything because we won the treble, none of our players ever get that. No. You know, you can't possibly say, well, we won't change anything because we did finish 15th. So in a way, it was probably worth signing Anthony. Like, it doesn't happen, does it? So, yeah, Bruno, if he was playing for City for the last 5 years, he'd be in the conversation for, like, all-time Premier League best players.
I agree.
And it's a shame for him.
Because he'd have the trophies as well as the numbers. He wouldn't have gone at City and not got goals and assists.
No.
He'd have got more. Yeah. And he'd have Premier League titles and probably Champions Leagues to
He'd have 4 or 5
it.
Premier Leagues and he'd have 300 goal contributions in 6 years.
Yeah.
Madness. Or, 250, whatever. Anyway, what we got next?
Go on.
Theatre on screens.
Very good.
Although, actually, before we get to that, we've got this Maguire quote, haven't we, that you wanted to talk about?
The what, sorry?
Harry Maguire's contract.
Oh, yeah, sorry, because we've spoken about Bruno and Mainoo. Also, Harry Maguire, he's been linked with, or there's been reports that he could sign a new deal. Laurie Whitwell, who went on, I think it was the United podcast. I think it's Steve Bartram's podcast.
United.
United. I'm saying it wrong. I think it's United.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like the chant.
Yeah.
Okay.
But not United, like I said it.
Yeah.
So Laurie Whitwell was on that podcast chatting to Steve, and he said when it came to Maguire, he could see that happening just because of the kind of special skill set he's got in the squad. Also, the fact that there's been talk on the Maguire sort of getting a new deal, what he brings, the leadership qualities, and I know you don't give someone a new deal off the basis of one game, but it's a little reminder against City that he can still be that guy you need. I know. Do you know what I mean?
He's a good centre-back.
Yeah. And also, with question marks over the Lick's fitness again, unfortunately. With some question marks, some question marks about Lenny Yoro's readiness.
Yeah.
Does Lenny Yoro need another
I think the same with
season?
Aiden Heaven as well.
Aiden Heaven, fantastic footballer, but maybe not quite ready to play every game for United. You look at someone Maguire, and you go, actually, is it worth keeping him around because we don't know how long Yoro might take to be match ready. Lenny Yoro could take 2 years to be ready, and he'd still be 21.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not like a catastrophe. Nah. Same with Aiden Heaven. Aiden Heaven could take another 18 months, 2 years to be ready for the first team regularly, and he'd still be in his early 20s. Yeah. It's not a bad sort of return, that, is it? So if you can get Harry Maguire in for another, extension, he's keeping him around for another couple of years. Why not?
I think a little 1+1.
Yep.
All good.
Right, okay. Yeah. Let's have a look at this one.
Let's have a look at this one. Theatre on screens. It's very good.
Yeah, that's very good.
Yeah, well done. Let's read this then. You happy with that one?
Who came up with that one?
That was me, that one.
Yeah, well done.
Okay, very good.
Manchester United agreed to create the Crown-style TV drama series. Now, this is football, Jay. Man United have agreed a deal with Lionsgate to develop a dramatised television series charting their club's history, similar in style to Netflix's The Crown. Neither United nor Lionsgate has commented publicly, and the extent of the club's editorial control remains unknown. The series could draw on United's dramatic past, including the 1958 Munich air disaster, Sir Matt Busby's rebuild, and European Cup triumph, and Sir Alex Ferguson's era of dominance. It may also explore the periods of decline, controversial ownership changes under the Glazer family, and the club's recent struggles since Ferguson's retirement in 2013. So it could include anything from the last 80 years. Essentially, which I think I would agree with. It could include any of that. I'm excited by this.
Yeah.
Because there's always been a sort of United-shaped hole in these documentaries, hasn't there? Arsenal did one, City did one. There was a Liverpool Klopp farewell one that kind of got.
Well, there's a Brendan Rodgers one with Liverpool. Remember?
No.
You don't remember that?
No, I don't.
Does everyone watch that? You don't remember?
Is this the one where he had all those cringy quotes?
Yeah, and the envelopes and
stuff
stuff like that.
Sorry, I didn't see it. I didn't watch it, but I've seen it.
The advice to John Joe Shelby, I need you to score some more goals. Just nuttiness.
It's a genius.
Yeah.
How did I not think of that?
He was having a go at Raheem Sterling, wasn't
Yeah, he had to go at Sterling, innit? And also, if you remember, him and Gerrard, Rodgers and Gerrard were just on completely different pages when it came to team talks and the suggestions they were giving to the squad, where it was like Rodgers is saying, keep hold of the ball as long as possible, and then Gerrard's saying the opposite. If it'll go, it'll go. Don't keep hold of it too long.
Well, just so pick one, and then because obviously I'm the manager, but I get he's a legend. So, just decide between you. And whoever, just
keep
win.
hold of it, but don't.
So what are you going to do? Score. What are you going to do? Either go quick or go long or slow. Yeah. Get out of there.
So yeah,
we go to Norwich. We don't let this slip.
We've not had a documentary on United, and it looked like we're going to, but a dramatisation.
And do you know what?
I'm all for that.
I tell you what, it is a bit. They're playing checkers, we're playing chess. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they stick a camera in there. Any old fucker can do that.
Yeah.
This is big time.
We were the first ones.
Big time.
People of my age will remember as well. We were the first ones to do a documentary with the captain's log. Steve Bruce with a camcorder, right? That was the highest production values you've ever seen. It was literally him with a camcorder for about a month. Yeah, just dragging it around with him, filming all sorts, filming in his car, filming in the dressing room, just filming at a house party.
How good would it be?
Fucking mint.
To see the stuff they had to cut out of that.
Can you imagine?
Because
1993,
that house party is
pissed
insane.
up, just found out we won the league. Imagine.
Amazing.
Imagine the absolute carnage that went on there.
The cutting room floor. It's literally, there's smoke coming off it. It's that hot.
I'd love to have seen that.
I'm quite excited for this. I genuinely am. We'll see how they do it. I hope that they do go into, obviously the Munich air disaster is something that is a horrible thing, but I'm sure they can do it tactfully. But I'm very interested in the personal relationships. How harsh can they be about what Fergie said to David Beckham or kicking the boot or Roy Keane? Do you know what I mean? It'll be interesting to see if it's always just pro-club, anti the player that got sold, or Stam or Van Nistelrooy or Beckham or Keane. Do you know what I mean? These kind of controversial exits.
Because I don't know how much. How's it work with that? Do you need any access? Do you need any?
I don't know.
Do you need the club to okay it all, or can you just do it?
Do you need Roy Keane to okay it, to do his likeness?
I'm guessing like the royal family didn't okay the crown.
No.
When it made, I've not watched it, but I've seen a few bits where Prince Charles looks like a bit of a dickhead. Yeah. So I doubt he was like, yeah, that's fine.
Well, there was a film about the documentary where Emily Maitlis interviewed Prince Andrew, wasn't there? And I'm guessing the royal family didn't agree to that. So I guess there is a...
Let's relive that horrible moment that's more or less brought down the royal family.
In our modern history.
Yeah, let's have that on. We'll sign the NDA for that one.
We were talking before, weren't we? We've come up with a few actors that we think can play some of these United players.
And we don't know each other's.
Yeah, so get in the comments who should play some of the key characters from United's history. What actors do you think would work? We've come up with a few each, and we don't, like I said, we don't know who the other one has picked. Do you want to go first, Jay?
So, all right, I don't know.
You can call them up in any order that you've picked.
All right, okay. Do you need me to say what I've said?
Say who the real person is.
Right, who the real person is. Right, okay, sorry. So, when you say the real person, do you mean the character they're playing?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Kobbie Mainoo.
Oh, you've cast him like... Oh,
right, so Kobbie Mainoo.
You've gone like proper players.
I've gone through all of it. Who do you think Kobbie Mainoo? They know. Who do you reckon? Get involved. Who do you think Kobbie Mainoo?
You've got to be a young actor, up and coming, star. I don't know many 20-year-old actors. Timothy Chalamet.
See, I mean, that's one way to go.
Who have you gone for?
I've not. You see, have you ever seen The Irishman?
Oh, fucking hell.
Like Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci and Al Pacino are old, but they wear them tennis balls on the faces, make them look young. I thought you could do that with this guy. If we've got him.
There he is.
Oh, there he is.
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart could be Kobbie Mainoo. That'd work, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's the same stature, isn't he? And that's half the battle.
And he's only, 30 years older than him?
Yeah.
But like you said, get them
tennis balls on the face.
Yeah,
and you could have Kevin Hart and look at think of the cachet to bring.
That's a good one.
Do you know what I mean?
Good, yeah.
So I think Kevin Hart for Kobbie.
Okay. Do you want me to do one?
Yeah, go on.
So I thought it's not all going to be good stuff. It's going to be some Carlos Tevez as well.
Oh, God.
Get Tevez in. Because they might go through that time, the Champions League win, him going to Man City.
Yeah, now that's a big part of the club's history.
So Carlos Tevez, and I thought he could be played by...
Who've we got?
Judas Iscariot.
See, now you're being silly.
Well, I'm not. If you can make Kevin Hart 30 years younger, you can make Judas 2,000 years older. Can you not?
I suppose so, yeah.
40 pieces of silver, Jay.
It's a good point. I didn't think of that. Yeah.
Put what's the opposite of a tennis ball? Put that on his face. Yeah? Okay, who's your next one?
Jay, Kevin Hart is like 5'4". Cobbie's 5'9".
Yeah, you dick. Stupid idiot. Whereas mine...
Maybe 5'10".
Who have you got?
Sorry, yeah, you're right there. Right, the next one. Right, now, these are slightly less daft.
Oh.
So, Ron Atkinson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, classic manager.
Who do you reckon?
I don't know, because they've got an interesting role to play, haven't they?
Yeah.
Who are you thinking?
I mean, I could have gone with quite a few.
Is it him from? Is it?
I think
Dan Perry from Phoenix Nights.
Oh, Ted Robbins.
Yeah, because he's got.
That's not a bad shout, that is
Yeah.
it? No, I don't. It's not Ted Robbins.
Who have you gone for?
Yeah, I'll bring it up. Seth Rogen.
He's got the same.
I think he'd make a great Ron Atkinson. He's got the same stature.
Will he have the American accent?
Why not? It's
Sure.
an interesting way to go, isn't it?
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Next one then.
Go on.
We've got the Silver twins.
Oh, like this.
But you'll like what I'm doing here.
Right. Okay.
So for Raphael.
Is this going to be like Michael B. Jordan in Sinners, where you have the same person play both?
No, even better. Because
right.
I've thought about it.
Right. Go on.
So I've gone Dylan Sprouse.
I don't know who that is.
He's an actor. He was in the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
What?
And crucially,
I love that.
for him, I've gone Jesse Plemons.
That's mental, that.
Yeah.
I was thinking Jesse Plemons for David May at one point.
Were you?
Yeah, but I couldn't be
See,
asked.
he has got a twin brother in real life.
Oh, has
but
he?
I thought that's too obvious. So let's go Plemons, because he's on the
That's
rise.
clever, that. You know who else has got a twin brother? Rami Malek.
Has he?
Yeah.
Is he an actor?
Yeah. Oh, no, but Rami is.
Yeah, I know Rami Malek is an actor. So there you go, Colin, well, not Dylan Sprouse, but Jesse Plemons for them.
Yeah.
Who have you got next?
I went for a tap in here. Les Seeley.
Yeah.
Go on.
Go on.
Anyone?
Yeah,
Well,
son.
you know.
His son.
His son, Joe.
Yeah.
Joe Seeley, friend of the channel.
Perfect.
He's even got his dad's kit and his gloves and that. Easy. Looks like his dad. Absolute smashes it. Go on, who's your next one?
I've actually got a really good one here.
Go on.
Sir Alex Ferguson.
I've got a Fergie as well, so let's see.
I've got latter day Fergie.
Right, so you've gone with
So
a
I've
Fergie.
got modern post-retirement
Right,
Fergie.
okay, we've both gone with Fergie, so we'll do your Fergie first. Who you've got as Fergie?
Bill Patterson.
What?
Yeah.
It's a fucking insult to Sir Alex Ferguson. He's Bill Patterson.
Him?
Yeah.
You don't know him?
No.
He's a very good actor.
What's he in?
Telly. You've never seen Bill Patterson?
Telly.
He's in all sorts. And he's Scottish.
You can't name anyone. You can't name one thing he's in.
I bet I can.
Don't use your fucking phone. Telly.
I've seen him in stuff, and he's a very sort of not quite so happy.
I'm not having a dig at him, right? Okay,
Right.
he's a fine television actor.
Right.
But for the greatest manager of all time, you want someone with stature.
Right, who have you
yeah?
got?
You want someone who can carry that with a bit of gravitas, yeah?
Yeah.
That's why I've gone with Gerard Butler.
Gerard fucking what?
Yes.
What's he going to do? Kill 300 players?
Probably.
Yeah, probably, actually, to be fair.
Do you know what I mean?
No, well, maybe that can be 80s Fergie, and this is 2010s
Alright,
Fergie.
yeah, we can compromise.
He's actually Scottish, I know he
So's Gerard Butler.
He's not, is he?
Of course he fucking is.
Really?
He just tones it down because he's playing the rogue FBI agent or whatever.
Yeah. Well, actually, we've got two eras of Fergie there.
Right. I've got one more left.
Yeah, I've got one more left as well.
Go on, you can go first for your last one.
Alexander Butner. I don't know if he'll get on. I mean, he might not make it in the show.
I'm struggling to see the sort of the storyline that features him. I'm not
It
going to
was
lie
more
to
a
you.
case of I've got
the
the
5-0 win against Wigan Athletic
but it's because
might
the
not
actor
feature.
that's going to play him is so spot on.
Okay, go on.
Tilda Swinton.
I like that. I do like that.
It's actually a good comparison, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
I could see that. I just don't know. The only issue
it's
is
whether Butner can get in the script, isn't it?
But getting Butner in the script is the difficulty. Yeah, but if you can, I think Tilda Swinton is very
Swinton's
good.
a shoo-in for it.
Yeah.
Who have you got?
My last one, I think, is Sir Matt.
Yeah. Talk about big shoes to fill.
Big shoes to fill. You need that sort of, that almost regal air.
Yeah.
Venerable, established, respected, loved. Yeah, someone who's got to be able to fill those shoes. So I've gone with arguably the greatest actor of our time, Bryan Cranston.
Oh, that's actually a good one.
Do you mean that's actually?
Well, I thought you were going to say like Morgan Freeman or something.
Well, Morgan is an option.
He's got. He ticks all the boxes you just said.
But I thought Bryan Cranston.
That's actually good.
I could see that happening.
Yeah, I could. Wow. But can he do the accent? That's nice.
That's it. Get involved in the chat in the comments. Let us know what you think.
What people saying? People must have got some good ones.
Morgan Freeman as Remy Moses said, Eon Zane. If you get them tennis balls.
Isn't Morgan Freeman 90 years old?
Yeah. James McAvoy for Fergie says Aaron. Peter Capaldi is David Moyes, says Darmic. These are so bad, says Clip by Cram.
They're not bad.
They're not bad, mate.
They're all good.
Different.
Bill Patterson for Fergie.
Saber Mark says Sean Bean as Mark Hughes, Jay as Penfold. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Greg the Chester says that's Ray Fiennes. No, it's not. Idris Elba, Dwight York.
Idris Elba's 55. Idris Elba's okay.
Akash K has asked the
We
question.
can't just have tennis balls rolling about everywhere.
Right. He's asked the question. I'm going to answer it, and I'm going to be serious. He says, "Is Sean Connery still alive?" Oh, sorry, no, he's not. He says, "If Sean Connery was alive, he would make a good Matt Busby." He would. And if you're having Judas, then you could have put Sean Connery as Matt Busby.
Yeah, but Judas persists more than Sean Connery, doesn't it?
Chalamet as Phil Neville.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
And Gary Neville as Raymond van der Gaal. Because you've got to have some Easter eggs in there, haven't you?
Jay as Dion Dublin, says Gary Gill Keeper.
Me as Jonathan Greening.
Jay from Statham as
Not
Harry
Honoured, but
Tanag.
I'll take it.
Who the fuck is Bill Patterson, says Aaron.
What do you mean, who the fuck is... Right, everyone knows is an actual household name.
I like this one. Wayne Davies says Sarah Lancashire as Diego Forlan.
Right.
I think that's very good.
Bill Patterson, are you telling me you've never seen... Here's a question for you. Fleabag.
Oh, he's a dad in Fleabag, yeah.
Yeah. And the rest.
Yeah, very good. Well done.
He was also in The Witches. He was the dad in The Witches as well. You not seen that? The Witches by Roald Dahl.
There's two versions.
The 90s one.
Oh, with Angelica Houston?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in years. Right.
Okay, have you never seen Scotch Myths?
Scotch Myths?
1982's Scotch Myths.
It sounds amazing.
You know it's a good film when he plays two different characters in it.
Greg the Chester says James Acaster as Januzaj. See to these though. If Butler's in there, Januzaj can be in there.
James Acaster.
I love that as well. Sorry.
Yeah.
See to these though says Sally Gunnell as Diego Forlan. Matthew Wood makes a great point here. Judi Dench as Kathy. She deserves to be in it as much as anyone else. I think that's a good point. That Kathy on reception, very good.
Who's playing Wayne Rooney? Honestly.
Yeah. Right. Come on, production team.
Yeah, this was my suggestion. It's got to be Stephen Graham.
Stephen Graham.
He'd need tennis balls, though, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Get him tennis balls.
Yeah, get him tennis balls, and he can be on it. That's not a bad shout. It's just the age thing, innit?
Yeah, you could play Wayne Rooney now.
Rooney always looks old though.
Yeah,
you could have like a 58-year-old.
Do you know when Stephen Graham played Billy Bremner though in?
Yeah, that's what I was going off.
What's it called?
The Damned United.
Thank you. The Damned United. He just didn't look right.
No.
Because he's very, very stocky, Stephen Graham.
Yeah.
And he's almost like
I
know Rooney's stocky.
He's way stocky.
But he's a lot bit. He just doesn't look like a footballer at all. He looked like ridiculous.
You could have.
I do love Stephen Graham though. Go on.
What? Oh. Robert Lindsay as.
Well, you're just naming actors without even thinking of who they're going to be.
Like Robert Lindsay, and you can take your pick, mate. Same with David Jason. Who do you want to be? You're in. I mean,
you could have
David Jason could be.
Who could be the Glazers? They've got to be in it, haven't they? You could have Ray Fiennes as fucking Joel Glazer or something.
Yeah, you could have, because of the ponytail, you could have Mel from Mel and Sue as Avram.
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah. And for Darcy, Fiona Bruce.
Fiona Bruce as Darcy, that would work. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we've cracked it.
Sorted.
There you go. Get involved in the chat in the comments. Let us know what you think about that and anything else. Any more stories before we wrap up?
Lost us a cheeky devil. Lost us cheeky.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay.
Yeah. What does lost us a cheeky devil mean?
No idea.
Oh, right. So
no idea.
I thought this was going to be relative to the story, but it isn't.
Well, we could have had a Loftus cheeky devil on our hands, but
that's it.
That's Loftus cheeky devil would be better, wouldn't it? Because that implies that we've lost something and we haven't.
We haven't.
No.
We lost the opportunity. to have it. That's the
Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. All right, it's good then, yeah. I was asking, yeah. There's the answer.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. Man United left with transfer dilemma as Premier League rivals make approach for star. He's not a star. Aston Villa are said to have made an inquiry for Ruben Loftus-Cheek just days after the former Chelsea midfielder was offered to Manchester United. The Athletic report that Boubacar Kamara is serious knee injury, which is likely to keep him out for the rest of the season, may see them attempt to bring in another midfielder on loan, with Loftus-Cheek among those in the frame. The latest developments at Villa Park could have a knock-on effect at Manchester United, who have also been tipped to bring in midfield reinforcements via the loan market. You know, the loan market.
Yeah, I know it well.
This story is barely there, is it? Like, what am I even seeing here? So, what I do get from this is, some time ago, United were offered Loftus-Cheek.
recently.
When? I guess just days after he was offered to United.
When was this? Oh, just days after.
Just days ago.
My favourite time of the transfer window.
Just days.
Just days. Early this week.
Okay. Do you like Loftus-Cheek?
No,
No.
I don't. I don't think much of him, to be honest with you, or the prospects of us getting him, or the necessity to get him.
No.
I know we need a midfielder, but don't just go out and get anyone. Don't just get anyone who's, you know, someone that's bang average. What have you made of all this talk as well of like a mystery midfielder coming in?
I think
It's being peddled on certain channels and in certain websites and outlets. It's like United in for this mystery midfielder.
I was saying
it's
this
like,
on the
who's
news.
got Premier League experience but isn't in the Premier League.
Yeah.
It's all a bit weird, that.
Yeah. You're not giving us these riddles 3 in order to unlock who the fucking transfer person is. If you're a journalist, that isn't a story.
No.
That I said it on Thursday. That's like, you've almost got yourself a story that isn't ready to publish yet. You can't come out and say there is a person who I can't tell you who it is that United might be interested in. That's like one step below this.
Yeah.
I think you've got to wait till you've got a name, or say I don't even know. No, you've just got to wait till you've got a name.
Yeah.
That's just bollocks to me.
Do you think
What
they
do you
haven't got a name, or do you think they've got one? And
No, I
don't
think
wanna
they've
say-
got one, but
Yeah.
but it's not ready to go out yet.
Yeah.
And if so, don't put it out.
Yeah, I
like,
agree.
Hey, I dry. I get wet as I dry. What am I? I used to play in the Premier League. I don't play in Europe. I'm under 25. Who am I? Fuck off.
Yeah.
He's not some court jester who's like entertaining the king. Tell us who it is, or don't write the story.
Yeah, I agree. It's really weird, that.
Bizarre.
Like, of a way of wording a story, of saying, United are in for someone, he has played in the Premier League, he don't play there anymore, but I can't tell you who it is. Because it's either two things, right? You either don't believe that story enough to back yourself and go, it is Ruben Loftus-Cheek, or Ruben Neves, or whoever.
Yeah.
You know, like a name that ticks those boxes. Or you don't really have one, you're just edging your bets that United will probably get someone in on loan who's got Premier League experience, but because you want to bring in someone with Premier League experience and you can't get someone from another Premier League club because who loans out players to United?
Yeah.
If you're doing that, that means they're shit because they're not in your team. And also, if they're good, then they're probably in like Chelsea or Liverpool or City's squad, and they're not going to loan us anyone.
Yeah.
So you're sort of edging your bets to go, told you, that was the mystery player I had.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just fucking nonsense.
Yeah.
And I think, like you said, it's a complete non-story. Because if United go out now and get a midfielder that's got Premier League experience in the Premier League, I guarantee people that have been spreading that story will go, that's the one.
Yeah.
That was the one we had. And you'll never know if it was or not. You never know if this story was true. Do you know what I mean? If you believe your sources, if you've got a reliable source, and they have told you, like Steve went on a video on a couple of weeks ago, whatever it was, a week ago, it seems like an eternity, no, it was about 2 weeks ago, that night, and when he wasn't sitting on the fence, he wasn't like, it could be, he went, it is Michael Carrick. It is going to be Michael Carrick. Not Michael Carrick's the favourite, not Michael Carrick is edged ahead of Ole, not some people favour Carrick, not it's looking likely it could be Carrick. He's like, it's going to be Michael Carrick, who's an ex-United manager. He said it because he had it stood up and he trusted his source and he got it verified and he went with it. And I respect that because he doesn't do loads of like stories about ITK stuff, but when he knew that was true and it was someone he trusted, he went with it and he went big with it. Now he could have gone, it's probably going to be Carrick. He could have edged it a bit and gone, he's looking favourable, like a lot of journalists did and journalists we've had on this channel, but he went for it. And I think if you believe yourself, you believe your source, go for it. Say it. And if you don't, Don't run the fucking story. You nailed it, Joe. Like, and this is what annoys me, like, with football sometimes and football stories. Is like, seems to be the only industry where you get shit like this. Do you know what I mean? You don't get like fucking, sort of innuendo in other sort of media, do you? It's always like football where it's like proper like, it could be this, it could be that, and it's like, what are we doing here?
And there's not like great ramifications here. Like sometimes when it's a political thing, or you're talking about a soldier or someone's livelihood, you don't say the name because you're protecting them.
Yeah, I get that.
Or for
reporting restrictions are a thing.
Yeah, of course.
I know that from experience.
Or it'll be an ongoing court case or whatever.
Yeah.
A player, a Premier League footballer, has been arrested on suspicion of assault, whatever. I get that, but if it's just a transfer story, when, let's be honest, even saying a name and it not being true doesn't get you your job, taken away from you. You could just say United are interested in Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and then it's wrong, and no one cares. I think the reason they didn't say it is because the name is underwhelming and unlikely. Yeah. I think if it was a big name, instead of Loftus-Cheek, if it had been Vitinha, that name is getting ran on the same sources as this one didn't. I think it's a combination of, it's a bit sexy because it's a question mark, as everyone likes. We don't really know for certain. And, we need to get something out, so let's just do it. For me, it's not, you haven't reached the threshold of publish this. It's not there yet.
No.
Anyway.
I agree. Get involved in the chat in the comments. Let us know what you think. Loads of people still giving us suggestions
we got?
For who could be the in the film or the TV show. Brendan Gleeson and Sir Alex says Rafa Deer, don't mind that one. Who else have we got?
Yeah, that's not bad, actually. Almost as good as Bill Patterson.
Drake to play Loftus-Cheek. Says Nomad.
Imagine he gets in just from this story. Can I play mystery midfielder?
This is a good one. Miley Cyrus as Garnacho. Go on.
I like that.
Yeah. That's really good.
Garnacho also looks a bit like, do you know the Ice King guy from Game of Thrones?
Oh yeah,
you could have him playing.
Yeah. That's good stuff. Saber Mark 42 says, what about Angel Gomez? Could be a shout. We did have an Angel Gomez story, and we decided not to do much on it because it just felt a bit wishy-washy.
Yeah.
Angel Gomez always keeps popping up because he was at United, because he went to Lille and did quite well, because he got himself in the England squad and did quite well there as well. It's sort of like, he could do a job at United. I don't know if he's that guy.
No, I don't.
And I like Angel Gomez. I loved him when he was at United, but he's one who went from a 10 position to sort of deeper lying. And I don't think him and Mainoo works together for starters. And I don't know how he'd fit in. I mean, I know you could have alternatives. He could be one of them. I'm not feeling it.
No, me too. Should we have a look at these fixtures, Jay?
Yeah, because this has caused a bit of a stir. I like this one.
We've been northern railed.
Very good, this.
Very good. Checking his watch. No doubt the train's bloody delayed again.
Aye.
Can I... you happy with yourselves?
Buzzing with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, who came up with that one?
I did the plum.
Well done,
well done.
Yeah, I love that.
And when I said it like you've done something wrong, I've got to admit,
like
I'm sorry, I'm not going to throw Harry under the bus. It was me. I did the pun. I'll take responsibility, and I will take the punishment that comes with it. It was all on me.
Yeah. I need to shout out the worst train service that I've experienced is the Manchester to Sheffield train, the Transpennine Express. It is either broken down, late, completely just finished, it doesn't even exist, or you're standing for an hour and 10 minutes. It's the worst train I've ever had. But I would say 75% of the time you get a refund on that service. That's
so shit as well.
It's awful.
Because it's like that refund, it doesn't help me get home quicker.
No.
That's not going to, it's all right, I've been studying for 2 hours, but at the end of it, I'll get my money back.
Yeah.
No, I'll get fucking home, or to see where I'm going to in Sheffield.
A few months ago, where my train got cancelled all day, and I had to wait 3 hours for a new one. And then about 2 weeks later, my dad came up for the game and got the same train. And again, all the trains were cancelled. They had to get a taxi from Sheffield to Manchester. Disgrace. Back to back. That's back to back journeys, Jay.
That's disgusting, that. No.
So yeah, bloody. So basically, here's the story. Man United's fixtures for next March. Crucially, these times have been twisted and tweaked. So it's not your Saturday 3 o'clocks. We've got Wednesday 4th of March, 8:15 away at Newcastle.
That's the killer, right? I mean, well, the Bournemouth at 8 o'clock on a Friday is fucking.
At least you can maybe make a weekend of it. Christ alive.
Wednesday, Newcastle, and Nathan Salt, who's been on the channel, he said, look, he's had a look at tickets and trains. So if you get a train from Newcastle at 10 o'clock, which obviously means, as he's put it, you're going to have to leave the game early, then you'll get in at 1:15, which is all right, fine. If you stay for the final whistle, and if you get a wiggle, you might even fucking struggle there, depending on how long it takes to get from the stadium. You get home at 3:30 in the morning. Bit minging in it.
It's absolutely.
I mean, look, we've all done them journeys where you've got home at fucking daft o'clock after a European away, after a domestic away. That can happen. It's just annoying that it's been made to happen unnecessarily. Like, you don't have to. We shouldn't have to have this kickoff at 8:15.
No.
It's just because of TV and all the other shit.
And also, there's often in these games, I don't know if it's the case this specific Wednesday, but the last couple of late kickoffs we've had, there's another tranche of teams and fixtures that are getting the 7:30 kickoff.
Yeah.
And then they're doing 8:15. And once again, we've got the 8:15.
Yeah.
Like, I get United have to play Newcastle away at some point. It's always going to be a tough journey.
Yeah.
But give us an earlier kickoff, surely. Give us the 7:30 if that's an option. So at least people can get even maybe the train before that one, let alone definitely getting that one and watch the full game. I just think it's just, they don't really think about it, do they?
They don't consider fans at all when they do these
Friday
fixtures.
night kickoff. Whoever wants a Friday night kickoff, that's not necessary.
And it's about as far, I think in Bournemouth, about as far as we go. In terms,
It's got to be.
in distance.
There's no one in fucking Cornwall in the Premier League, is there?
No, so
Bournemouth's
they just don't like
absolutely
say they
miles
don't
away.
think about fans. They just think about the TV.
Yeah.
Like, we want United on. When can we get them on? Friday night, yeah, that'll be a good game. Bournemouth away, yeah, that'll do. And they don't give a toss about the fans that are travelling. So it is a bit annoying. Well, it's very annoying, especially if you are one of those Reds who are going down there. But we know by now, don't we, that Sky or whoever, TNT, whoever's covering it, I presume it's Sky, don't give a shit. Neither do the Premier League.
No.
Is that any more for any more?
That's it.
They'll do.
The ones in reserve. But
No,
I think I did want to mention as well that is it United Women have got through to the final tonight. Let me just bring up the tweet. Sorry. Is it the League Cup? I think it is. One sec. Sorry, I know this is great. You can tell in it. Yeah, Man United Women have gone through to another final. So they won tonight, 1-0 over Arsenal. So I think they're going to play Chelsea in the final. So yeah, well done to United Women.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm sure you are pun for Ugarte.
Oh, we had a Ugarte one that
Go
we're
on.
not going to use because it's a bid that ain't happening. The Manu can't be moved. The Manu can't be moved. I like that.
yeah, it's all right. That's decent. That it's
Manu
not.
Ugarte.
Yeah, no.
Also,
yeah, go on.
There is a Manu in there if you want it. I know people don't like it, but it visually it looks.
Yo,
nice.
man, yo.
Perfectly intended.
But it's got a bit going there.
Yeah.
And he can't be moved because we can't get rid of him. That's a good pun, that.
Yeah, okay.
The story is Ajax made a bid for him and we've said no. There you go.
Fucking hell, hey, says it all, doesn't it?
What a life.
Yeah, I mean. Right, thank you everyone who got involved in the chat and the comments. Thank you to the production team.
Well done tonight.
Give
Good
yourselves
stuff.
a pat on the back.
Very good stuff.
Oh, sorry, I missed the super chat before. Super chat, you got to read it out. Awesome.
Was it from Kevin Hart's agent?
Kedream says Brooklyn Beckham and David Beckham.
Yeah, he can play his own dad.
That'd be controversial, wouldn't it? In the Beckham household.
Yeah, it would.
Do you know what I mean? But yeah, that's a good suggestion. A few comments about solid pun work. Says Phobos Taco Man, 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd say
well
7 out of
done.
10 tonight.
Yeah.
Well done.
Well done. Keep up the good work. Going to be back tomorrow. We've got the news. We've got Off the Bar with me,
exciting
Joseph,
tomorrow.
McCullough and Howson. So make sure you are hitting like, share and subscribe. Go and check out Joe and the Sloppy Joe's podcast as well. That's been Joe Smith. Oh, before I get, that's been the production crew.
Well done, guys.
Well done, lads. Solid effort. I'm Jay Moy. This has been Paddock Live. Don't forget as well to check out the merch. There's a link in the description. Thanks for watching.